Welcome to my meditation channel. This is Maurine Killough, and I lead weekly meditations to move into connection with the greater source that runs through all of us. We meet live every Monday for a deep meditation, which is recorded and uploaded to this channel. After each meditation, we share a powerful blessing-giving segment, also known as Diksha, and this segment is not recorded. All are welcome to join us live on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or listen online. Links to join are provided below. Thank you for subscribing. Please like and share freely. So welcome everybody. We're moving on in our series tonight to the third chakra. That's there in the center of your torso at your solar plexus. And one of my favorite Sanskrit words is Manipura. Manipura is the Sanskrit word for the third chakra. And the element is fire. And the idea here is it's a chakra that these are just some words that are associated with it. So there's transformation, materialize, manifest. I've always felt like it was the seat of the will. So that's another thing. And this is the chakra that transforms the inspiration that comes from the creativity down in the second chakra. So we don't, and then we don't get the ideas to really churn and blossom until we feel safe, and that's down in the first chakra. So we're kind of going back from the last two sessions that we did, the first chakra being grounded, reconnecting to Mother Earth, ensuring that you are safe, that you have your basic needs met. That's the first chakra. And once that's settled, then you can move to the pleasure center and your passion and your creativity. And this is where the ideas can bubble up and your creativity comes in. And then you move up to the third chakra, which brings that into fruition. It brings it from your internal world out to the outer. So in a way, the third chakra is this, and a lot of this is just me, okay? So don't take this as scripture, but I'm thinking that the third chakra is like the masculine energy and the action oriented and the one that acts out. And so remembering that it's wise to check in with the first and the second as we're thinking about the third, to reground and reconnect and make sure that that pipeline is clear and that there's nothing stuck, nothing blocking. So one interesting thing I ran across in one of these books is it was talking about the third chakra being, okay, so let me just start with this. So one end of the polarity of the ego, of the third chakra is the like the ego unbounded and the ego acting out and the ego being disconnected to your center or to your spirit. And the other side of it would be all the way to the other end of that polar opposite of being completely inert and being withdrawn inside of yourself. And so the shadow, so it's got kind of two shadow sides. One can be like inert and you just fall into your own cocoon and you give your power away to others and you seek outside approval and confirmation for who you are, always looking outside. And then the other one is, so that would be a lack of self-esteem. And so these are the two extremes. And the other being the other kind of people who you see that are completely full of themselves and try to tell other people how to do everything. And really, they're just as insecure as the other extreme, but they're just manifesting it differently. So these are ways that the third chakra can really manifest in the outer world. And so you can see very clearly when it's off balance. So this one book I was reading was so interesting. It was saying, and the real explosion happens with the solar chakra or the solar plexus chakra when these opposites move in from being their extremes and they move back into the center. And when they do, there's no imbalance anymore. And that's really what ignites the fire of you inside your inner sunshine. So of course, the solar plexus chakra is associated with the sun and this bright, powerful power center. And that's inside of us. And that when we bring balance to this ego state, I think of it as the ego state of either giving your power away or overexerting your power. When we actually get in to balance with that, that's what can really ignite this chakra. And so to think about, when have you ever given your power away? When have you ever looked outside to validate yourself? And when have you been the opposite? When you've been so full of yourself that you've kind of lorded over others. So again, there's two ways to see how this has been off center. So we're recognizing this chakra for what it is. It's there to help you realize can't read my note. Sorry about that. Okay. So I was saying to be conscious of your authentic self and the need to keep yourself balanced. So ego balancing. All right. So let's see. Okay, we've already done that. All right, great. All right. So I like this line. Power relies on the external, and empowerment is internal. And I thought that was a nice subtlety there to think about power versus empowerment. And again, bringing you to the inside instead of seeking to the outside for acknowledgement. This is an opportunity to tap into your inner wisdom. And that in truth, love and approval never comes until we give it to ourselves. So the archetypes of the solar plexus go from either being like the servant, or what I was saying is like the inert one where you're giving away your power, or I think the shining example would be this book I was reading was calling it the warrior, but really I relate to saying champion. I would say that the functional part of our solar plexus, to think of it as the champion, a champion for you that believes in you, that is cheerleading you on, seeking to balance yourself and to be authentic. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and move into our meditation part. And as I mentioned before, all the chakras depend on each other. So let's do a quick attention on our chakras below. So come down to the base of your spine and just sit with that energy center for a moment. The color is red. You are safe. You are sound. Put a dot of gold in the base of this chakra and allow that dot of gold, that power that's inside of you, the light that animates you and brings you into vitality. It's there. And allow that dot of gold to expand out and rejuvenate, replenish your first chakra. It's stretching all the way out to the edges of that power center. And let it flood the whole base of your body with a healing light. You have enough. You are prosperous. You are full of life. Breathe into that and let that gold dot receive, return back, knowing that you've done a good job of cleansing out that first chakra. And imagine and see it as a vibrant color red spinning. You've cleaned out all of the obstacles, opened your pipeline, connected to Mother Earth. And now come up and draw your attention to the sacral area, about an inch or two below your navel. And the color here is orange. And this is the seat of your creativity and your ability to give yourself pleasure, have fun, your seat of passion. So let's clean this chakra out and imagine a dot, gold light in the very center of your sacral chakra. Just invite that light inside of you, that vitality, to grow and glow, and to fill this chakra and cleanse it. If there's any old ideas about you not deserving or anything like that. Clear that out. Bring yourself back to your worthiness. You are here, therefore you are worthy. You were born. You are worthy. And you are loved. You are wanted. That gold fill all the way to the outer edges of this energy center. Feel it healing, resetting, reviving, cleansing. And then let that light, that healing light, extend out all through the middle section of your body, bathing all of your organs with golden light, a warm, healing light. And now, for the next few breaths, allow that light to recede back in, having done its job, all the way back down to just a dot in the center. And see and feel your second chakra revived, restored, vivacious, creative, inspired, beautiful second chakra. And now we come to the third. The color is yellow. Breathing in to this area of your body. This is your inner sunshine, your power center. And tonight we want to focus on balancing in this energy center inside of ourselves. We invite balance to the solar plexus by acknowledging our own empowerment, that it comes from our powerhouse within. So tend to think about any times when you have looked outside for acknowledgement. Or when did you freeze up and give away your power? Or on the other hand, when did you ever exert your power over someone else? You're just inviting balance back. Sitting in that center. Just relax your body a little bit more. And imagine that you could walk on a beautiful path. It's taking you on a mountain path. You're going to meet an ancient sage who lives there. You're coming with the intention of getting back to your most authentic self. balance, and to reconnect with the powerhouse of light that is within you. Imagine striding up the hills, all the turns, walking and walking up this path until you finally arrive at a shrine. And there sits a wise one, someone who has been waiting for you. This sage is sitting in meditation. Imagine that you could approach and just sit quietly in front of this sage and wait for her or him to recognize your presence. Allow yourself to go into meditation as you sit in the company of this wise sage. As you do, look deeply inside yourself with openness and love. You begin to think about what you'd like to know from this sage. Maybe you're thinking about the possibility of calling back any projections of power that you gave away to others when you may have underserved yourself. But this environment is encouraging you to call that back. You can feel the warmth of this wise one sitting across from you. Imagine that your eyes are closed as you sit in a sage's presence. And now, I want you to imagine that when you open your eyes, who you see sitting across from you is you, in the most shining, radiant example of yourself, your most authentic self, full of life, radiance, truth. You have been given back all of your power. You took it back. You no longer need to look for answers outside of yourself. Everything you need to know is here. Commune with yourself. What do you need to know to be committed to yourself and to your truth? Imagine that you can see the bright sunshine of this most authentic version of yourself, this higher version of yourself, and see the sunshine of their energy center shining out, blessing you, allowing you to take in all of that radiance. And when you're ready, allow yourself to merge back in. Allow yourself to take in this wise sage, because it's always been inside of you. You are that, and that is you. Take a moment to think of someone in your life who you consider to be powerful. It could be someone you don't even know. It could be a character, an actor, it could be someone you knew growing up, teacher, family member, someone who you thought was really grounded and powerful, really able to live authentically and boldly. Think about what defines them, what you consider to make them powerful. Is it because of what they've done in life, or how they act, how they behave? What is it you admire? Come up with some qualities. Now, for you to recognize these qualities in this person that you admire, there has to be a mirror. You have those qualities, or you wouldn't even be able to identify with them. So let down your shield. Let down your fear. And take these qualities in for yourself. Repeat whatever those qualities are and say, I am those qualities. See that empowering your ray of light there in the center of your solar plexus, and see your ray of light as this beautiful, radiant, yellow radiance, radiating sun rays, shining. Feel your power, the creativity, how you want to manifest in the outer world. Every breath, imagine that you are drawing energy to your solar plexus. Here we're seeking to get the purest light. So if you need to cleanse and rebalance this chakra, put a dot of gold in the very center. This is the purest vitality, the seed of your purity. And now let it expand and grow to clean out and rebalance, repurify this energy center. Let it expand all the way out to the edges. And now beyond, expanding into the whole midsection of your body, bathing the organs, your back, your sternum, all the way out to the rib cage and all the way beyond. Feel the power of you. When our power center is clean, the fuel below it is clean. And all of the higher chakras above now can come in contact to bring out into the world the highest expression of you. Breathing into that. And now allowing that golden light to collapse, slowly recede back down, feeling your energy center there at your solar plexus revitalized, purified. Having taken back your power anytime you've given it away, and having rebalanced yourself anytime you have gotten off center, coming back to a very pure, authentic, clear radiance that is you. Breathing into the center. And say these affirmations inwardly to yourself. Repeat them back to yourself after I say them. Divine power moves through me. Repeat it a few times to yourself. I value who I am. I am golden. I am worthy of love. I am responsible for making myself happy. I am responsible for making myself worthy. Goodness and joy are mine. I deserve them. I own my own power, and I'm willing to take responsibility for myself in all situations. I reclaim my power now. I stand up for myself. Now, just see the change within yourself. So thank that sage that's inside of you. Thank it for showing up for you today. Knowing it's always there to lead you. See and imagine yourself getting up from your mountaintop shrine, bowing to this sacred place, saying goodbye to it for now. As you begin to find your way back to the path that led you in, find your way down this mountain trail and use that time as you walk to really integrate what you've done tonight, how you've taken your power back, how you've rebalanced that, and how you want to manifest that in the outer world. But your commitment is on your spiritual path, your emotional healing, all you fully want to express in the world. And take your time as you walk back on this mountain path and really integrate the highest moments of your journey tonight. With every step, imagine that you're stepping in to the fullest self you can be, into the fullest version of you, the most purest, shining version of yourself, with your power center intact, properly balanced. You've brought your consciousness to this power center. Finding your way all the way back, and imagine that you're coming back to a trailhead that led you in. And now just imagine stepping back into the very center of your body, wherever that is for you, coming back from your inner journey back to your outer world. Take your time and take 3 leisurely breaths to bring yourself all the way back before we transition into the blessing giving segment for tonight. Thank you for joining in on these free meditations. If you're interested in working with Maurine privately, learn more at headtoyourheart.com.